According to a recent report done by the UN, there were already 5,600 people lost their life ever since the start of the Ukrainian crisis. And today we're having Kanae and Kaiho to help us understand and to analyze the depths of this crisis. So Kanae, I understand you were looking at this crisis from a Marxist perspective. Can you explain more? And also, actually, I remember you have a very kind of negative perspective on this regard. Can you explain more?
I saw this crisis from the Marxism aspect, and then I want to say about our raw materials, especially the natural gas, because the Ukraine and the surrounding countries has been dependent to the Russia for a long time in terms of their natural gases, and then especially Ukraine has been dependent for a long time and then has been experienced a cut off several times. Therefore, the citizens want to independent from Russia and then want to create their own
like their independence status.
status. And then also the surrounding countries, it means European countries, also depend on their Russia in terms of their natural gases. And then so therefore, for example, Germany or the French were very concerned about this situation. However, they cannot say they cannot argue with Russian because without that kind of supply, they cannot survive. However, now Turkey became the one of the main bypass of the natural gas. Hence, if the European countries shift the structure to the of their gas supply, maybe they try to gain their more power and they try to gain more voices to the Russia. Then this kind of conflict will be more violent, or more countries will take part in. Therefore, the power and then the scale became more bigger and bigger.
So you were saying actually there is still a split between the two camps. One is a buyers, one is a sellers, basically, and then you see a disagreement between these two parties.
Yes, the conflict will occur from the disagreement. So therefore, the buyers, for example, the Russia, and then the sellers, the Russians, and then are the buyers like European countries, Ukraine. So those countries disagree that kind of their materials things. Therefore, it happens, and then now only Ukraine are fight with the Russia, but in near the future, for the more materials or natural gases, maybe another country also try to make a conflict, or the European country will take part in that kind of conflict.
So you do see a kind of a no way out from this competition for natural gases.
Yes, natural gas is very important for our lives nowadays. Therefore, it's very difficult to solve this problem.
So you also see actually there's an importance in energy sovereignty. So basically you secure your own energy. That's the lifeline.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So Kaiho, after reading your article, I see you were coming from somewhat a realist perspective, and also you were trying to understand and to figure out really how this crisis happened. Can you explain more on this regard?
Yeah, I'd like to say when you think about this crisis, focus on Russia, how Russia view a post-Cold War world, because it's easy to understand what's going on in Ukraine. In 2007, Putin first criticized US-led unipolar world and expansion of NATO in front of the public. This view is quite important to understand this crisis, because Russia make decision, still make decision according to this view. So former members of Warsaw Treaty Organization, except Soviet Union, joined NATO by 2009, and Baltic Republic, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, and joined NATO and even EU in 2004. So Western sphere is getting closer to Russian border, right?
So it's like pushing back. Yeah.
Right there. So, and even though Russia proposed to reinforce relationship with NATO side didn't approve of that. So Russia is concerned about coming Western sphere.
So they were
Western
basically
influence.
a bit concerned about their own security.
Yeah, from Russia's
From Russia
view-
side.
Yeah, Russia side. So, and the Ukraine crisis happened because Eastern Ukraine is very special area for Russia. There are four major reasons. I think. First of all, the majority of Eastern Ukraine people is Russian-speaking resident, and secondary, pipeline, as Kanae explained, natural gas is very important for Russia.
For both Russia and actually
And,
Europe.
Yeah, exactly. And thirdly, ice-free port, because Russia is always seeking ice-free port, because iced port is useless, right? It's difficult to send a ship or warship to other area, so
And also really for economic reasons.
yeah, economic reason, yeah. So it's important for trading and security. So that's why. And then finally, military industry in eastern Ukraine. There are many arms factory. So and then these factory are exporting military things to Russia. So it's quite important for Russian security.
And also, I remember some of the equipment, the military equipments, were actually maintained by this factory. It's not really. It's actually more than manufacturing. It's also maintaining. It's like fixing and repairing. So
Yeah, that's why. Russia does not compromise. That's why this crisis keeps going.
Okay.
So, that's why. Taking into account the Russian view is very helpful to understand this crisis. I think.
And somehow these are actually not really public knowledge. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
In Chinese language, half of the world crisis actually means opportunity. And I do see a great opportunity here for the Ukrainian people to come together to defend their nation rather than tearing up their country even further. As the name of the country rightly suggests, in the land, it is indeed a great time for the Ukrainian people to come together in the land to defend their solidarity. So the same goes true for people from Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland China, and also North, South Korea. As we always say, the world is changing day by day, and in Miss Konya, we hope our knowledge can help you get better prepared for a different tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.